We're going to react to a video of this was on TikTok recently, kind of got a little bit of attention. Basically, single mom, and she's upset with the dating landscape as a single mom. Let's go ahead and play that video. Pause. Video tab, please. You're going to have to do the thingy.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking to me.
Yeah. Start it from the beginning. Sorry there, guys.
So I want to talk about something that's been really, really annoying me lately. This is going to be Icks About Men, but single mom version. So something that's been getting under my skin is men not understanding what it means to be a single mom. So as a single mom, a single working mom, I have my plate full to the maximum, right? I don't have free time. The time that I do have free, I just want to relax. So one, I get it, I'm single, yes. Do I want to date? Sure, if I meet the right person, right? But if you invite me out for a dinner or drinks, especially during the weeknight, come on. You know I have things to do. I'm sure you have things to do the next day. I have a child to take care of. I can't just go out late at night just whenever, right? So you have to take that into consideration. So if you're really going to invite me out, one, make it worth my time. And what do I mean by make it worth my time? Just don't invite me out to dinner and drinks. Get creative. Invite me out for an activity. Do something different. Do something that's going to be worth my time and effort. I am taking time out of my evening to meet with you, to go and enjoy your company, you know, to see how things work, if we're compatible. I'm making an effort, so I expect you to make an effort. So don't just assume that I'm going to be able to drop off my child somewhere, because most likely I'm not. So unless you're offering to pay for the babysitter, I'm not going on that date. Also, and offer to pay for the babysitter. That's going to make me more receptive to want to go and spend my time with you. And another thing, do not just assume that you can invite me and my daughter out. No, I do not introduce my daughter to guys. That's a no-no. So there's that. And also, don't just assume that you're going to invite me out for drinks and I'm going to show up. What makes you think that I'm going to put my safety in jeopardy by drinking and driving? So unless you're going to offer to pick me up and drop me off,
Driving.
it's a no on the drinks during the week. So moral of the story is,
How's she
come
driving,
on guys,
filming?
if she's a single mom,
Yeah.
she already has a lot on her plate. So don't add to her plate. Don't make her life more stressful. Don't make her plan out the date that you want to take her on. Like, that's not going to happen. So all I'm going to say is do better. And to everyone asking me out on freaking dates lately, literally, if the shoe fits, then it fits, okay? That's all I got to say.
Yikes. Okay.
Yes.
I don't even want to go on a date with her. Damn.
I know.
I feel like she's
She's in her masculine.
she just needs somebody who fits exactly into what she.
There's a sense
her
of
life.
entitlement there, I feel like. Which is
I mean, I feel like she knows what she wants, for sure.
she wants what she wants,
She's
but she
giving beret
expects
girl.
a lot. Yeah, she's expecting way too much. Her standards are way too high,
Too
unrealistic.
much,
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah, well, I mean, a couple of the things she said is she doesn't want to just do dinner and a drinks date. It sounded like she wanted something a bit more elaborate. She also says you should pay for the babysitter, and she also says if you do invite me out for drinks,
Uber.
and I think,
Pay
I
for
mean,
Uber, yeah.
I maybe this is not the most charitable understanding of what she said. She says, don't expect me to even show up for the date. But I'm not sure if that's what she meant. It sounded like,
I mean, she's asking the person, whoever this video is directed to, value my time, but she's now saying in the video, I don't value yours by not showing up.
No, I don't think she meant that. I think she meant like I'm not gonna show up while like driving to the drinking place. I think she is expecting for the guy to
But
pay
then
for the Uber.
their invitation has been extended and she's accepting it, so she's not showing up.
I just think it's literally exactly what I was trying to say to the beret girl on the last episode. It's like not what you say, it's really how you say it that matters. And like really coming and just like bitching in someone's ear is really not going to get you what you want. So like maybe lean into your feminine and be like cute and sweet about it, you know? It's very easy. But don't bitch, because even I don't want to listen, and I'm a girl. clearly.
Yeah, but I think it's, again, at the end of the day, it's like she's the one who has a child, right? It's her full responsibility. It's not the guy that potentially might full-time date her. Like, that's not his responsibility. It is yours to find and pay for the babysitter if you actually want to participate in the dating world and etc. And
I think for the first date, yeah, but I think actually I kind of do. Again, there are a lot of things she said that I agree with. However, how you say it matters. But
what do you
for
agree with?
For the first date, like, yeah, you barely know the guy. Why? But I think it is also very sweet and kind, and it shows that you're very interested to be like, hey, like, I know you have daughters. Like,
If I feel like if you offered to
babysitter.
pay for a babysitter,
that's so
I would be
sweet.
so flattered.
Yeah, that's sweet,
Yeah,
but
that'd be
don't
really sweet.
expect. But if someone does it, that's so sweet, but don't expect.
I think that's well
Yeah.
said. Yeah, don't expect it. Yeah, don't make
Because
that
then
an
you're
expectation.
entitled at that point, and it's just not cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I understand you. Yeah, and also, like, for me, when it comes to first date, it's like both people are trying to get to know each other. We don't know if there's going to be chemistry or not. So
Yes.
I think, like, hey, let's go on a coffee date, and so, see how it's going. And there's, a very good open chance. If I don't like this, I could leave right away. But when you say, hey, let's do something elaborate, something in private, I think that's stranger danger, one. And two, it's what if there's no initial chemistry? Like, what about that? It's like both people are wasting their time.
It's kind of cuck territory, I think, to pay for a babysitter for a woman's
But
child
don't you?
from
I don't know.
another.
I feel weird saying
No,
this,
please
but,
tell
like,
me what a cuck is. I legitimately do not know.
Well, I'm not literally saying it's cuck, but it's like kind of okay, you are basically fulfilling the provider role for a woman who has been impregnated and has a son from another man. So
That's
you're
not
basically
Cuck
it's
is-
not
I thought
cuck,
it was
but
like
it's like
watching your
It's a
girlfriend.
stepdad.
Like,
yeah,
you like
you're
watching
saying
them
a
have
stepdad is a
sex.
cuck.
You like like watching somebody else please
A
your
cuck
girl.
is enjoying, like someone else pleasing your
That's
woman.
kinky.
no, yes, I know. I'm not using it strictly in the literal sense, but it is like, as a man, it's kind of an L to fall into the provider role. I think
But
personally.
then that's saying that a stepdad is a cuck.
I
Look,
agree with that.
Some stepdads are heroes.
I think, hey, if you want to be a stepdad, I think that's wonderful. I think it's great. However, just looking at it from a guy's perspective, if you don't have kids of your own, there are much more optimal mating choices you can make than a single mom.
I think it depends on like what your boundaries are and what you're trying to invest in. If you're really like the girl and you're super down to, pay for the kid and all stuff like that.
It's like
then
almost saying like you're open to sharing the responsibility of the kid.
it is. So it's a
Yeah.
boundary thing. If you're not trying to give that impression, then definitely don't offer. But like, if you're someone who wants to come in and like, if you go out to dinner, you're paying for the child as well, then yeah, for sure. But just be mindful and have boundaries to,
I don't know. It's just like you're provisioning for another man's child. It's like a
I
little
don't know. Guy wants
suboptimal.
majority of guys don't want to do that. Majority of men
Yeah.
don't want to
And
do
I
that.
think a lot of women probably. I
Some
don't
do
think.
though. Some do though. My boyfriend's brother did that, and his dad also did that. So like some do, and some are cool with that. But
I don't think that's actually a cock move to pay for a babysitter on the first date, because it's like you're not necessarily taking care of the child. You like, hey, I want to date this woman, so I'm gonna try to make it possible to actually date her and get to know her. I don't think that's necessarily, hey, I'm now providing for this child. You know what I mean?
I just
Sure.
feel like it's not his responsibility to have to find childcare for
Yeah, that's
his,
why-
like someone that he wants to take on a date. If she doesn't want to go on the date, then
I agree.
whatever. But if she does, why wouldn't you find your own
I
someone to
think
watch
that's
your
why
kid?
I agree with what Julia said. I think it's nice if he does it, but it should never be an expectation.
yeah, and
Absolutely,
especially
yeah.
on the first date.
I agree.
That's like
Yeah, not
ridiculous.
first.
Like he doesn't even know you. Why is he going to invest in you already?
I mean,
Yeah.
and then also if that single mother leans a bit more traditional in her values, let's say the relationship, develops, she is probably down the road in the relationship, she is probably going to look at you to be a provider
Expect that.
for the kid.
Do you think somebody should be
So-
telling you before the first date if they have kids or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've
100%.
actually,
Yes.
I think most
yes,
women are
yes.
pretty forthcoming about if they have a kid or not. However, I've definitely there was one time I went on a date with a girl and she reveals it on the date, which I'm like, she was nice and everything, but it's like you ought to disclose that, I think, before
I agree.
Most
Yeah.
like as
Definitely.
early on as possible. So
Well, it
Yes.
depends
I don't think
on
you
the
should hide that.
intentions, though, too. Because let's say you're swiping up on Tinder and you're there just, you're gonna go get food and you're just like down to hook up after. Like, it depends on the intentions. If you're looking
she was looking for a
something-
relationship.
yeah, then absolutely.
Yeah, I think. But I mean, yeah, I suppose, yeah. If you're just trying to have a one night stand, it's like, well, what
Yeah.
does it matter if I have a kid?
Right.
But I mean, but it kind of goes back to what you said. You said most women are looking for relationships, but I don't know. I think a lot of women are perfectly happy engaging in hookup culture and casual sex, and I think more women participate in hookup culture and casual sex than do men.
I heard that.
Nowadays,
I heard
and I
that,
think
but-
it also depends on it also depends, I think, what city you're from and etc. Like I think specific cities like New York, LA and stuff like that, women are more sexually open and way more okay with hooking up. I'm not really into hookup culture. I think there's a lot of issues with hookup culture, but if you want to participate in it, just be responsible and know what you're putting yourself into.
I think a lot of females are a little bit like love to play the whole like woe is me, like, oh my god, I just wish a guy would treat me right, da da da, when really like she isn't able to step up and actually be a wife, like truly. And that's because I had to take a hard look in the mirror and be like, wow, like, no, I want to be a wife. Like, why,
I kind of agree in the sense where, like, I think a lot of individuals, women as well, especially when they're younger, they're not very self-aware and they don't really want to acknowledge what they want. They might want a relationship, but they might say, oh no, I'm just looking up for a hookup, but then expect maybe a guy to change his opinion and actually have a relationship. But they're not very forthcoming and open with themselves and with the guys. But I think that comes with the maturity level.
yeah, I think a lot of girls just like to play the woe is me. Like, they want the attention. They're like, oh my god, this guy just ruined my life. Like, this one did too. I just want a boyfriend so bad. And like, really, no.
This also goes to the other
You
gender
hope.
as well, like vice versa to the guys as well.
What do you
Yeah,
Oh,
mean?
like
guys
a
aren't saying
single
that.
What do you mean?
Guys are trying to be cool and like, yeah, dude, I fucked like 3 girls last night. Like, not all of them, because I see those eyes. But typically,
No, I think it's kind of lame for a dude to brag about.
I
if he,
feel like
fucks a
I
lot
think
of
it is
chicks.
kind of fucking
yeah,
weird.
but
Yeah.
a lot of
Fine.
them think differently.
But I think to Elizabeth's point, in my opinion, like I feel like guys might sometimes say, "Hey, I want a relationship," but they actually don't to get a girl to bed.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's what I think.
No, they literally do on
They do
Tinder
that.
all the time.
I think that's
All the
messed
time.
up.
They do
That's
that.
manipulation.
They'll
It's not like they kinda
they'll say,
use
"Oh,
you.
I'm
Wait,
open
do you
to."
use Tinder?
I don't use Tinder.
Oh, okay.
Wait, they
No.
say what?
They'll say, "I'm open to a relationship," or like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a relationship just to hook up with you."
Yeah.
Oh,
Tinder.
really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do the
Hmm.
dating apps.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I'm banned on Tinder now, so.
Yeah, I mean that I do think that for women that's a and I don't really know what the answer is, but I think a lot of women will encounter men who will basically front that they're looking for a relationship, but in actuality they just want to hook up. So I don't think men should lie about their intentions, but they do.
Yeah, I've
and
met a
so
lot of
some
They
women can
do.
definitely get
Yeah.
They
tricked
do.
insofar as, but I don't know how many of those women like are genuinely strictly holding out for a relationship and then they get duped versus women who are interested in having a relationship but are also sort of simultaneously kind of engaging in casual sex. So perhaps they got duped by a guy, but they were already open to like a casual arrangement anyways.
Sure, but it's about the intentionality. You still have to
Yeah.
be honest.